Hey, hi, hello, my beautiful babes, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Marissa. Let me address something real quick before I forget. I made a community post the other day, and for those few who did see it, kind of lied to you. Today we are not doing an Itch.io indie. I had every intention of making another installment of my Itch.io indie series because it's my absolute favorite, but as things usually go for me, everything completely fucked up. So we are going to be playing another indie game today. It's just not as indie as an Itch.io indie, but this is one of my favorite indie games. It's available on Xbox Game Pass and PC, so if you do end up liking this, feel free to leave and go play it yourself and come back and we'll enjoy the experience together. Today we're just going to be chilling, playing a game. There's not going to be a whole lot of editing because, let's be honest, I'm bad at it. So grab a blanket, grab your pets, grab your babies. Maybe don't grab your babies. I can't guarantee I'm going to be super family friendly. I never am. So anyway, today we're going to be playing one of my favorite indie games out there, and that is Norco. It's essentially just like a novel, so if you get real sick of just hearing my voice for an hour or two at a time, then this one's probably not for you, and that's absolutely okay. But if that is something you're into, well, welcome to Norco. Let's just hop right into it, shall we? Let's go. Alright, let's go. New game. Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. I could never sleep. It was so loud. I still can't sleep without that sound. I could never sleep. It was so loud. You often dreamed that the towers were cathedrals, that the swamps listened when you spoke, that the birds became radiant spheres while circling Norco's sky. So beautiful. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. I knew he'd get over it, or I didn't care. I didn't care. But for a while, you did. You caught out on a grainer to Chicago and onward to the West Coast, thinking you'd never return. You wandered through the overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. So cute. You headed east. You threw your phone in the Rio Grande and joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in the company of fugitives, sleeping in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. Albuquerque, New Mexico. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in a freightliner, I prayed, I slept, I forget. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. Sorry, I'm checking the volume. I don't know if the music's too loud. It might be. I'm sorry if it is. I'll fix it. You hung up, shouldered your bag, and returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. You made your way back home. I know it's going to quiet down here in a second, so I didn't want to turn it all the way down and then have no sound and just my voice. So, okay. This is one of my favorite games. I swear. I recommend everyone try it. Alright. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. Well, let's watch Monkey. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years, his eyes fill with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Staring Contest, Part 1, Glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet Monkey's gaze. Ready? Yeah, baby. 2143. 2143. You successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Staring Contest Part 2, Rings. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes, and the outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Ready? Always. So much easier with a mouse and a controller. Anger melts from Monkey's face. Take Monkey, of course. You drape Monkey over your shoulder. We have a friend. Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey. Keep staring. He stares with more intensity until his gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him. Keep staring. Little circles of light pool in the doll's tired eyes as they watch the infinite space beyond your being. The air that hangs between your eyes and his is a vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. Ugh, I would never. Okay, this is our mind map. This is us. You. We're traveling. Or home again. Or finished thought. We're traveling. Through the Midwest. The freight cars rattled in the cold dusk as you crouched on the Grainer porch. Suburbs, fences, traffic, flat country, all passing for miles. Then what? You rode in the back of a van from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. Des Moines to Kansas City to Denver. Across the Rockies, makes sense. Your friends went south and you were glad to be alone. You spent long nights on those highways in a shitty sleeping bag. Down the Pacific coast, you were in California when the summer arrived. You recall the familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. That smile burned its image into your mind. Dismiss. You are home again. Because your brother needs you. Because your mom died. You... Finish thought. I'll look at Ditch Man. The smile of the man who crouched in the ditch of the highway revisits your mind. His head was smudged with Wednesday ashes, and mascara ran from his eyes. Oh, that's it. Blake, my brother. Your brother is a lot. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling. Edgelord, sensitive, compassionate, foolish, can't take criticism, always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. This is too relatable. I am Blake. I should be playing Blake right now. When I think of him, I just feel guilt. No love or anything like it. Your brother is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Again, I'm Blake. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Gran said, you responded. He looked confused. What'd she say? Your brother, dismiss. Catherine, my mom. Your mom died. The cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then it was in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished her third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass, that's how Catherine died. Your mom? Finished thought. Alright, so that's it for that right now. Let's see. Outside. Cool January air spills through the open window. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Is a wren a bird, I assume? A sticker from grade school, half peeled from the window. Well, what's the sticker look like? Oh, is it just... Okay. Can't see it anyway. Flyer. A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. If you've ever been to a metal concert, I recently went to Slaughter Travail, and to say that I seen so many people that were in the pit that lost a tooth. It was fucking ridiculous. You still have a scar above your left eye. After the show, you and Blake walked the river back to Norco. You watched the sun rise over the grain elevators. Hi, honey. Sorry, my doggy's wanting attention, I guess. You want to come up here and sit? Mommy needs his hand. Okay, I will try. Plants. You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. Who's Million? We don't know who that is yet. Books. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. Crisis live-action role-playing. Read. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured in the Ninth Ward, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to that emerging milieu. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became a zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. It's the best for tourism, crisis. Everybody loves to see disaster. As fucked up as it is. Okay. I think we've seen everything here. Nope, computer. That's right. The laptop your Perrine, I don't know what a Perrine is, gifted you idles on a shoddy particle board desk. Wake laptop. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left a browser tab open. View tab. What are you looking at? Porn? Nah. My brother's innocent. Anybody still post here? Nope. Place is wasteland. I wonder, is he... I don't know which one he is. Maybe this one? I don't know. Wanted to run something by you, gents. Was knocking out sack late in the spillway. Saw a big round glowing thing in the sky. Call that the sun, OP. Funny. Talked to somebody else. Seen it too near the parish canal. Nothing like this but birds. In them swamps be acting weird. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe? Would glow real bright, then not at all. Moved fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit been happening out that way. It literally just looks like the sun. Get some sleep, OP. This is very much Reddit. Need cash fast? Install Quack Job. Use promo code BLEED3 for up to 0.005 Quack Coin. Fucking... Don't want to hear about what I have to say about cryptocurrency. LOL, the fuck kind of name is Quack Job? Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics. App's a way of getting you to join a cult. Worse than them people living in the mall in Kenner. You can't trade that coin they use on hardly any exchanges because everyone knows it's a goddamn Ponzi scheme. Sorry. Seen this exact thing, OP is still there? Seen at the base of the upper section. Maybe this is him, 1217. They're all very far apart. Like, this is months apart. Some of these are just a couple days, but... I don't want to turn it down anymore, but... Anyway. Go to the living room. This is our childhood home. Oh, we've got a bunch of other places to go. Kitchen, front yard. Okay, we'll check everything here first. Photograph. A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up, and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. Books. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. The Western Margin of the Lake, Critiques of Deliberate Externality in Fence Line Diaspora? Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake Pontchartrain. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Fernier and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to limbs of cypress trees. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. Critiques of Deliberate Externality. S.H.I.E.L.D. has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanisms, so I'm assuming S.H.I.E.L.D. is like a government agency. Madeir and Moore, YX1Y, argue that one such mechanism is a process of deliberate externality. The series posits that key corporate decision-makers encourage the company to emit effluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighboring property values. It is something that happens. This compels residents to sell their properties below market value to relocate as quickly as possible. The criticism that this area often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industrial fence lines up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter, slavery was a deliberate externality from which S.H.I.E.L.D. continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. Fence line, I don't know that word. Diaspora? In the end, we decided to leave dimes. Maybe it's like a fantasy book. It wasn't the cat cracker or the smells or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention, the spokespeople and activists and academics and all this. I was done with it. I was done being a poster child, done being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory. Okay, I'd be interested in reading whatever that was. Laundry. Your mom's unfolded laundry. Dad, she'll never fold it. My couch. Memories of sleepless nights, your mom sitting here staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You'd continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. But those nights were rare. Many of them you don't remember. Photo album. A family photo album. Look. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather, a peculiar look on his face, impossible to read. Your mom staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist, pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled Duck, a scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera, his face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue, your father, though you've never thought of him that way. An easy smile on his face, a canister of dip shoved into his front pocket. You set the book aside. Alright, let's go into our little thingy here. Pop's Pier, Blue, and Duck. So they're all connected. Okay, Blue. Blue is my dad. Blue is a vague memory. You don't remember Blue, only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. Pop's Pier. Your grandfather, Peter Pop's Pier Melancon. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. You normally never do. You don't really get shit until you got some years on you. An old friend of your mom's, Duck. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. Alright, that's all we've got on Duck. Okay. We looked at everything here. Oh, no. An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. Turn it on. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Tune in. An explosion. War. It looks like people running. The highway. So it did say her chemo is right off the highway. I assume that's like a view from the hospital, maybe? Yeah, that's it. So just her last memories, which is crazy. Imagine being able to see that with someone that you care about, their last memories, and it's just replayed and replayed and replayed. Sad. Kitchen. Hills. Your mom's painkillers. Don't growl at me. You wanted me to pet you. Fine. I'll leave you alone. Hey. Stop. I mean about get up here. Stop it. You stop. Mommy's trying to play. You could come sit with me. Mommy's busy. Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the counter. No, we're not gonna go back there yet. I'm just kind of looking, seeing everything. An attic. Okay. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. I would do the same. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen blocking the hour. Do you want me to rub your belly or what? Lay down. Chill. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. Gross. Yeah, I would not use that again. You were always frightened by the laundry room. Why? Jesus. What's in the attic? Oh, okay. Just one thing? Boxes. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Yeah, probably. Okay, so to the backyard. Oh, hi! Million! This is who they were talking about earlier. I'm gonna look at everything first, obviously. The truck. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasps that collect behind the seat, the smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. That's how I smell. You and Blake would drive the truck in New Orleans on the weekends. No AC, windows down. The rattling chassis was deafening, going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mom's death. How do you know? You just got here. Your mom kept all her gear in a plastic container strapped behind the cab of the truck. Boots, waders, flashlights, tackle, first aid kit, etc. Refinery. This is what didn't let us sleep at night. The towers of the refinery wink in a subtle and familiar rhythm. A disintegrating crab net. Blue taught your mom how to make these, and your mom taught you. In the summers, you'd bike to section before sunrise, tie a chicken next to a net, submerge it, and nurse your coffee while waiting for a bite. A motorcycle? An old, disused motorcycle with extensive rust and wear. Okay. Pry bar. The steel pry bar lies on the ground. I'll probably need that later. Let's go look in here real quick. We've got Shield. Yeah. Shield is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in Norco. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Shield, finished thought. We'll be frequently going back to that. Million. Hello. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Is she a robot? Her carapace is taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the backyard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Her ragdoll mask was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. Oh, our coders. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Speak. Kay, you're awake. Couldn't sleep. Catherine used to say the sound of the refinery gave you restless sleep. It did. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures toward the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Are you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. I wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore if I had to guess. Okay, fine. Go away if you don't want me to pet you. Where can we get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Why would so many people be calling? Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for a client in Fat City. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I am unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts. Who is the client? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. I took her knowledge for granted. Your mother had a lot to teach, but she wasn't always the easiest person to get along with. Who exactly would want to see the data? Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. So anyway, that's all. So we gotta go to the gas station and try to find my brother at the bookstore or the bar. All places that I would be. I am Blake. Oh my god. I never related to a character that wasn't the main character. Million was a security android. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Gramercy. One day, she ran away. Why? You don't know. Million. That's it. And I have more information on my mom. Your mom was conducting research. For who? For a client in Fat City. Your mom? Finished thought. Client. Your mom was conducting research for a client in Fat City. That's all you know. Alright, so we will assumingly figure that out soon enough. Front yard. Let's go to the front yard. Hello, kitty cats. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. Oh. Mary. House. 3 times this house is flooded. The first flood is barely a memory. Placing your feet on drenched carpet, your mom and grandfather ripping out sheetrock, sitting in a small RV in the backyard, setting dolls on a cluttered table. You were 14 when the second flood happened. The pumping station failed during a heavy rain. You were in class watching the clouds move up river. You got a text message from your mom. Stay in Destrehan. I'll come get you. For 2 weeks, you shared a hotel room with your mom and Blake. She spent all her days, gutting the house. In the evenings, you would sometimes help. And then the third flood, another pump failure. Your mom hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with friends in New Orleans. And the fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane, and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged as critical levees breach. There will be a massive blackout that lasts for weeks. Much of the sewerage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground in the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenary forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. Norco, an old abandoned refinery town on a ghost of a river. Your house will be squatted and then razed. Maybe. You don't know that for sure. Okay, you can go to the street. House. Inside. Mary. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Oh, chill. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. Inspect further. The base is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. I'm hearing like bugs. Okay. Well, we'll go to the street. Oh, hello. What is this? Padu Private Investigators. We snoop for you. Okay, good to know. Hello. Little sister. The turtle. He crawled out the trash can. Don't touch him, see, he's dirty. No, he's not. Turtles are always clean. They live in water. Trash water is not clean. Let's go. Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. He is pretty. Hey. Chill. You're okay. The snowball stand is closed for the winter. There's a snowball stand? That's pretty fucking awesome. Okay, so we are at Padu PI. We can go to Floodgate Tavern, Dimes Discount, and home. Let's look. The lights are on at Padu Private Investigators. Should I knock? You knock. No answer. Okie dokie. We'll go to the tavern. Floodgate Tavern added to the map. And you get back to Apple Street from here. Okay, so we live on Apple Street. Floodgate Tavern. The Floodgate Tavern, many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. Okay, so he's not here. We'll go back here. We'll go to Dimes Discount. Added to the map. Film set. The film crew is set up along River Road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Two men stand pensively above a corpse. Approach the set. As you near the set, a small, energetic man jumps from his chair. Attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? What are you filming? It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Any other questions? Sounds cool. So is this like a murder scene? Keep it up and it's going to be. Hey, you know what? Wait a second. You from around here? Yeah. We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns towards the director. I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right. No, I forgot. Your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Austin. Well, that don't make you a cowboy, Hoss. Now hush up before you scare off the yokel. Hey. Rude. The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us out, will ya? The script needs some work. What do you say? Sure. Great. Hey, Noah, get over here so you can learn something from the stupid redneck. ... The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah, you're a redneck, a real salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take an E. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain, a bad apple, a lowlife? Bad daddy? Asshole? Crawfish devil? Asshole. That's it? An asshole? Thanks a lot, William Faulkner. That's real creative. Now get out of here. You're holding up production. What if I had lied to him? Like an idiot. Freight loader. A freight loader is being repaired in the Batour Woods over the levee. Okay, so this is the gas station we need. Oh, we can go to that. Should I go to that? Hello. A horse. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. I want to pet you. A memorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cairns of pulverized concrete. Sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood is a remembrance. Here pass the brave freedom fighters of January XW11, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand-scratched fake across the bottom of the plaque. There's a boat. Okay. Hello. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas, jacket against the sharp air. Hello. Stupid horse. The man's gaze stays fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Yeah? He spits on the dirt at his feet. You know, what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping a string of mucus onto his sleeve. What you out here for anyhow? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? Bringing the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one. I will. Thank you. Alright, well. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Let's go inside. Well, well, well. Look who's back. Oh, hello, sir. What happened? Carnival forget you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll. Don't talk about my monkey. That's cute. Back because my mom died. You're not that stupid, are you? Catherine, she too valuable. They'd never let her die. If anything, she'd probably vacation on a hard drive somewhere. Very Soma-esque. You're trolling me about my dead mom? Trolling? You so damn sensitive. Can't say nothing around you, you fucking snowflake. Your mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake. Okay. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. She needed somebody smart. Somebody vigilant. Okay, somebody like me. I'm sure she did try. Especially with S.H.I.E.L.D. snooping around. I seen some wild shit out in them swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. Might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. Not letting you in this gas station. Goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They sought me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't let nobody through till I get an apology, at very least. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, go get me some of them pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me. Fine. Yeah, shuffle off then. I'm not gonna waste my breath fighting you. So we'll go home and go grab those from the kitchen. Right? Take those. You pocket your mom's pills. Bing, 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 bing. Alright, we're going back. Here, asshat. Got me them pills? Only way you're getting through here. Yeah, I got your pills. Smart move. I'll let you cross the picket line this time, punk. Who the fuck are you? I don't know. Oh, hello. I don't know how I feel about him. Use this. We need those. Dog food. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. We're just gonna look at everything. Cigarettes. Immaculately stocked cigarettes. Fuses. This is what we want. Fuses hang on the shelf. Should we, like, talk to this person first? Price scanner. Emmanuel price scanner. Should I talk to you first? The disembodied illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. That's a sentence. Hello. Good evening. How may I help you? You on this place? I am Discountware, a distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated, semantic version number 16.3.3. The owner of this franchise is Perilou and Sons, LLC. Discountware is licensed to Perilou and Sons, LLC via the standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated licensing agreement. How do you like this job? I proudly perform the routine maintenance operations and procedures of 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. American Discount Southeast Incorporated is a model company awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about American Discount Southeast Incorporated. Adsy. You know Troy, that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I am forwarding it to Perilou and Sons LLC. ... Perilou and Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry. So why'd Troy get fired? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and jobs training program. American Discount Southeast Incorporated works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for a position at any American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise location, please visit American Discount SE-ADSE today. I'm good. Thanks. We're going to take these. You grab a fuse. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. Choose an item in your inventory. Drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. Where's my inventory menu? Oh, right here. A fuse. You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you. Oh, I've got a thing. Troy. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with research. Yeah, I didn't even fucking second guess that my brother's just selling pills. Wonder how long he's been doing that. I mean, and you never know. In this world, maybe it's a necessity. So, no judgments yet. He says that she was conducting research in the lake. But was she, though? I mean, I don't see why he would lie. He's, I don't see any reason for him to lie. He seems pretty pissed off, but people like that, they don't really tend to lie unless they're gonna get something out of it. I don't know what he planned to get out of it. Either way, he didn't tell us the information, so it's not like it really mattered. Alright. I wonder if I can look at Monkey again. Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey. Nope, that's it. So we're gonna go home, right? I'm gonna give this fuse to... I'm sorry, I'm trying to, I'm constantly thinking about what voices I should do for these people, but it's really hard to, either remember the voices that I'm putting to people and also coming up with voices. I don't have a whole lot of vocal range for that kind of thing. If I was, fucking, Jacksepticeye or something, it'd be great, but I'm trying my best. You'll have to forgive me. Okay, let's go talk to Million. Million, maybe I should give her the robotic voice. You got the fuse? Good. We'll be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time at Sarpy Paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there? Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to do. I think I covered everything. Airline Highway. Look at this art style. It's so good. These people did such a fucking fantastic job. The story is good. If you're really into, I mean, there's not a whole lot of action, so if that's not your thing, totally understand, but, this, to me, I love reading. I love this shit. It's like watching a movie and you get to read along with it. It's great. The sky bleeds the color you knew as a child. Airline Highway passes beneath your feet. Is she driving? Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Let's talk to Million. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. What's it been like around town? SHIELD has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it to be unpermitted SHIELD activity, so Troy wasn't lying. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? I haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Okay, I'm very much like the main character, too. I didn't speak to my mom for years before she passed either, so... Has Blake not mentioned anything? No. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrahan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people. ... I won't apologize for leaving. No one is asking you to, Kay. How have you been? I am always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Fair enough. Where could Blake be? He spends much of his time at Sarpy Paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. Let's check our mind map real quick. So we got a couple things in here. Reports of construction. Your mom is investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. What kind of construction would you be doing in a lake other than, like, dumping shit? I don't really know. Or hiding something, I guess. Your mom was conducting research in the lake. Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something. But what? Your mom... Finish thought. Did I have something new? Okay, something in the lake. Your mom saw something in the lake. Oh, that was it. Okay. You got the little city and the skies. Can we just take a second to just look at it? It's so nice. Oh, we have a... Oh, okay, now we're using this. Okay. So, this is where Dime's Discount is. Home. Bloodgate Tavern. The refinery. Should we go to the refinery? The sprawling Shield Industrial Complex. Long ago, as plantation land, cheap and abundant along the Mississippi River, the refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became the neighbors of this machine. Towers. Carbon and alloy and stainless steel. Among the columns sits the catalytic cracking unit that rocked the town. Pipelines. The webwork crosses high and low, over and under traffic and water and concrete, like veins, like gossamer, like neural circuitry. Lights. Everywhere. Metal halide, probing the river's expanse, coated patterns of warm sodium and cold LEDs winking, thinking, knowing. Something to decipher in all that Norco light. I remember Blue. You only think that you do. When he died, part of her did too. Okay. Anywhere else that we can click? Nope. Okay, let's go to the bookstore. Look at all these people. Driver, teens, dog. Oh, dog. A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. Can I pet you? As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. I am sorry. I did not mean to make you upset. Let's talk to this guy. A young man leans against the station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender sign. I'm trying to think of like a voice to do. So hard to come up with any on the spot. They're always like the same, especially for men. I can't really get like super deep, so if that's annoying, I apologize. I'm trying my best. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Kinda hate it. Why? Pays like shit. Spending hours a day making small talk has melted my brain. You nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Holly Grove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drove anyone interesting? There's all types around here. Some guy drove out to the middle of the swamp. It was like 2 a.m. Asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou. Came back up a minute later with a bag, toweled off, got back in. That sounds like drugs. Found that to be pretty fucking weird. I don't know. A while back, I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. My mom? Seemed kind of sick. It was my mom. Asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. There's just all types. Can I talk to you again? Probably gonna try and get an invite to this quack app people have been talking about. Anything's gotta be better than this. I don't know. Sounds like you're gonna lose a lot of money doing that. Teens. 2 teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. Hello. Where this dog came from, bruh? Dunno, she's been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes? Them eyes or something, bruh. I know, she's beautiful. Look at her. The bookstore. Check the cash place. Let's go in. Your mom used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns, she always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner is also the landlord. You imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here. Then they tried selling vape cartridges, then Kratom, then anime wall scrolls, LSU yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always fail, and only the paperbacks remain. This is, like, very relevant to the real world. Oh, hello, kitty cat. You wonder how anyone can read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend Erica waiting behind the counter to greet you. Kay? And Million, when'd you get back to town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you are misremembering, Erica. Weird. I guess so. I think Million's lying. But anyhow, Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above your eye if it's a bike chain. Got it before I left town. Yeah, I'm a badass. You know what? I agree. Heard you ran into Troy. News around here spreads quickly. That guy, my god, he's such a clown. I was keeping up with your travels online, but haven't seen you post in a while. I was posting? I tossed my phone in the Rio Grande. I respect that. Seems more and more common these days. It should. We should really be off our phones less. I've been avoiding my phone as well. Helps that the connection has been so erratic. Wonder why. Been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables out the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. She nods into the ensuing silence. Back because of your mom, huh? Yeah. Almost said the hell out of that woman. Oh yeah? I know it wasn't always easy between you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say she was a great person, but a terrible mom. I just hope you and your brother can find some comfort. That means a lot, thank you. Of course. I lost my dad a while back, also to cancer. Maybe it's the town that we're in. He was a mean bastard. Picked up my sister and threw her one time, ended up giving her a concussion. Same. I couldn't wait for him to die, and when he did, I danced. But as the years passed, I found myself thinking about him more. Yeah, that's what'll happen when you have shitty parents that beat the shit out of you. Feels good to hear stories about him. The good ones, anyway. Even the bad ones, they have... That's the problem, is that even bad memories have good moments. It seems like they always start off good, and then it turns bad, and it's like, it's ruined now for that, but it's hard. It always complicated with this shit. Never easy. Exactly. I worry about your brother. Your mom's illness was taking a toll on him. I watched him slip back into some bad behaviors. Have you seen Blake lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house? He has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Gus let him sleep behind the bar a couple times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? You never mentioned it. Thought I'd surprise him. I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. Thanks. Assorted books. You scan the titles on the shelf. Don't Be a Vampire and Good Hope Cemetery Easement. Don't Be a Vampire. You pick the slim self-published paperback from the shelf and flip to a random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in this cavern of despair, hidden from the daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. I didn't think it'd be like this. I have never heard that before. Bong water is disgusting. I always thought blood would just be like metallic, but maybe I'm wrong. I've never drinking it before. Good Hope Cemetery Easement. A carbon copy of a document authored by the St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. SCPPC. The document outlines the parish's intention to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of the Shield Industrial Complex. This easement would allow the descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. The grave sites are currently surrounded on all sides by the refinery. Alrighty. Hello, kitty. Crouton. So this here is the illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster, out back, licking cardboard. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's a devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. I'm gonna pet him. Hi. Beep, beep, beep. 1. Oh wow, Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. Should I do it again? I wonder how many times I can do it. He seems to be getting a little excited. In a good way or a bad way? I don't know. I'm gonna do it again. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down? Never. No, really, stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode. Touch him again. Hi, Crouton. ... What the fuck just happened to the cat? Kay, god damn it, I told you to stop fucking with the cat. Did he just launch through the ceiling? What the hell just happened? Oh, I got a phone case. You grabbed the phone case from the counter. Oh. A phone case resembling Crouton. Cute. Do I have a phone? Let's check on my map real quick. We got Blake, sad face. Your brother was headed to Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by Sarby Paperbacks to see her yesterday evening. Your brother? Dismiss. Okay. So we're gonna go back to the tavern, I think. Is the cat anywhere? I do hope Erica is correct, and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Maybe. Catherine. Are you playing as my mom now? Several weeks ago. Okay. Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic. Okay, so yeah, we're playing mom right now. What brings you here tonight? I want a record for my children. I don't want to leave my kids alone. They may still need me. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck. We followed his branch with some interest. So Duck was a doctor? Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk about your earliest memory. It's of pine trees, yes? Oh, are we... Can you... Is this like you gather all your memories, and is this what we were seeing on the TV? It's like you can gather all your memories and put them into like a movie for all your kids to see and your family? Cute. That's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete and cracked the driveway, and the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset. He'd see them and frown, but he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house was safe. I wish I could have stayed, but he wouldn't have it. And that's why you married Blue. Yes, to have somewhere to go. Oh, it's kind of sad. Did you not even love him? We bought our little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? Well, did I love him or did I not love any man? No. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Where was Blue? He sat at the window all night. East-facing window? Yes. Why is all these little details so important? I mean, I guess you build... That's how memories are. It's all the little things. When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the Phryne in his eyes. That's right. Can you save them all? I guess you can, I don't know. How was it after that, in the time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbit. I'd hide at the center of the house nursing Kay and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. But he wasn't a horrible dad, I guess. And then there was the explosion. This is what we've seen, right? When the cat Cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattered across the East Bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. So we're remembering all of this. Can I just save them all? I guess I don't. Am I just choosing what I want to remember? Tell me about this man. I would see him from time to time around Norco. This was many years back. This is the guy that was smiling at me from the ditch. But several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminum refinery. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. Million's beautiful. I took her home, knowing it was another mistake. You were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. I'm going to save all of it if this is something that we're going to use later. It makes sense to save it all. What is the significance of this image to you? It's, well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. This is what they were posting about. When? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richards' branch factors into your biography. Duck's version escaped. A hard fork, an extremely rare instance, and grew into some kind of monster. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes. I see. It seems this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal, and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Madeira. Okay. This is strange. This is us. No idea what Super Duck wants from me. Better check my phone. Okay, so this is the quack job thing. Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. Shall I contact our on-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well. Last name? It's Madeira. First name Catherine. One moment. Your head drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and is provided as is without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neuroversioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. Weird. Okay. Wallet watch. Okay, so this is... Oh, case picker. Hoot hoot. Yes, please. Messenger. It's us. Go to the top. Just checking in. Please text when you can. I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Arizona. Where in Arizona? I don't know. Love you. Just checking in. Still in Arizona? New Mex. Be careful. It doesn't seem to be safe there right now. Call when you can. Getting worried. Kay? Blake says he hasn't heard from you. Really getting concerned. Please call. They'll put me on another round of chemo. Would love to hear from you. Call? It's crazy that the exact same thing my mom went through. She didn't go through chemo. She got leukemia. She refused to go to the hospital and take care of herself. My dad was in prison at the time. And then she just died. She called me the day before she passed, and I called her the next day, and she had already passed away. So, you get to know a little bit of my information. All right, Blake, where you went, Ma? I'm out. I'm fine. Had to drop something off at your Perons. Been gone a while. What is a Peron? I had to make a couple stops. I'm okay, I promise. Blake, have you heard from your sister? Yeah, she said she's okay. Where is she? She didn't say. Dear, where did my pills go? In a meeting, we'll call back. How'd it go this morning? We'll call. Ma, he came back around. I'll be home soon. Calling Uncle Chip. It's fine. Love you. Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come to the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening. Everything's okay. You need to stay home. I'll be fine. I promise. Love you, my nerd. Love you, Ma. Duck. Been a while, Duck. Too long, old friend. How's the weather on your side of the tracks? They have me on chemo. Terrible. I don't have long myself. They got me carrying around a tank. Blue's waiting for us. I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate? Don't want to raise your blood pressure. Try me. Super contacted me. So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went. Don't mess around with Super, Kate. That thing's got no soul. Like to ruin what all it touches. I need the money. They don't take money where we're going. I can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left them a little bit with how he went, but I was a fool. Don't worry yourself like this at the end. Find peace. No peace for me. Do you want to come up, baby? There you go. Don't get mixed up with that thing, Kate. I'll tell you now, it won't go how you want. Kate? God damn it. Hope you're listening. Am I direct? Okay, so, ooh, lots of bills. A bill for $1,500. $1,500. A bill for $17. $3,300. $3,300. $12,000. $15,000. Jesus. Yeah, very realistic, unfortunately. No, I gotta go back in there. Sorry, clicked the wrong button. Quack job. It says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. Me contact a Curious Duck, receive orientation. Okay. Alright, let's go. We'll probably play a little bit more, because I don't want this to be too long. I don't know how much my shit's gonna hold before it crashes out on me. A billboard. The uncanny smile of personal injury lawyer Martin Smart hangs above Interstate 10. His internally coiffed hair clings desperately to his head. His hallmark blood-red tie catches the eye of drivers speeding east. Just a click away, the sign reads. The Interstate Expressway traces a scar down Claiborne Avenue from east to west. East? The bridge cuts east through the Treme and the 7th Ward like places whose stories should be forgotten and left behind in haste. The pillars still tell those stories beneath the interstate. East above the industrial canal, the moldering strip malls, the narrowed expanse of the lake, the shrimp boats that prowl the black marble waves. East through Mississippi in the winter weeknight darkness and onward to Florida where it terminates. West is the suburbs that Catherine calls home. West is the concrete expanse that breaks clean and sharp at the St. Charles Parish line and gives way to the cypress swamps. Tupelo crowns spire above the overpass, silhouetted by an unnatural glow that leads to Norco. Alrighty. I guess we're going to the overpass. Oh, a little show. A makeshift puppet theater. The curtains are closed. Maybe I'll come by later to see what this is about. Maybe we will. A newly refinished Art Deco structure glows beyond the overpass. They turned Charity Hospital into art lofts. Disgusting. Oh, nice. That's always good. An onlooker. It's taken forever to start. I'm starving. You been to any of these yet? No, what is it? A puppet show. They always start late. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. My stomach's gonna eat itself. I'm sorry, sir. We can go to City Hall, Perdido Street, and French Quarter. I think we were already on Perdido Street. We'll go to City Hall real quick. A figure sits at a desk overlooking Duncan Plaza in the deepening winter night. He watches the fingers of a cool front animate the tops of oak trees in the park. He watches the last remnants of commuter traffic leaving Canal Street, the pulsing taillights, the shift workers running towards the bus. How do you know what he's looking at? Skater. A man holding a skateboard scrolls on his phone. Hello, sir. Beautiful night, huh? It's lovely. There's finally a cool front. Been waiting months for it. I come out here most evenings. No one bothers you around this time. Plus, you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? How so? People pass through this building at night you'd never expect. You know, what do they call themselves? The Gregs? Garys? Can't remember the name. No idea. The kids that squatted the Promenade Mall. They're obsessed with Ken or John. The cult, you mean? Nope. Then it probably wouldn't mean much to you. But anyhow, I see them come in and out of City Hall almost every night. I know it's them because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear these goofy red polo shirts. Then once you're a full Greg, Gary, whatever, you gotta wear the blue polo shirt. Sounds like a joke, and it is, but I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I see around here at night. Why do they come? What would they be doing here? I wish I had a clue. Me too. Can we go in? An armed security guard greets Catherine as she enters the building. He sits on a wooden stool next to a walk-through metal detector. Good evening. Badge, please. Damn, I left it at the house. There are no council meetings scheduled for this evening. You'll need an employee ID badge to enter. Strange people come through here at night. Guy out front mentioned squatters in polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer questions. Alrighty. Let's go back to the overpass. Yeah, I think we were... Yeah, okay, so we'll go to the French Quarter. Hello. A Santa? Vendor? Curious Duck, that's where we want to go. Let's listen to these people. And that is why Marie Laveau opened a t-shirt and camera shop on Royal Street. That's not scary at all. I pay for a ghost tour. If we're just gonna walk around looking at t-shirt shops, I want my damn money back. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically I'm not one, but... Excuse me? My roommate is... Then where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an alright time. This city was supposed to be an enchanting. Anyone trying to score some Molly? I hate New Orleans. Let's talk to these people. How's your night, ma'am? Alright. No complaints. Glad to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? Sure. But all I've got is $1. Really appreciate that. Change has been hard to come by this evening. Didn't know we'd be going head to head with Sketchy Santa. His sign says he's raising money for veterans. Last night it was for leukemia. Night before that it was for something else. I respect the grip, but he stole our corner. Tell him something. We did. He tried to kill us. Yeah. With a knife. Wow. It was dull, so it just bruised a little. Well, that's a little extreme. It's terrifying. Are you sure you're okay? Doesn't hurt as long as I'm drunk, so thanks for the $1, lady. Yeah, thanks for the pain relief. You're welcome. Hello. Well, ho, ho, ho. Santa's eyes roll widely in their deep sockets, his mouth twists into a smile. How are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Help spread some Christmas cheer? I gave my last $1 away. What? That $1 was for me. Entitled. It was not for you. Hot dog butter sits behind a large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine approaches. Oh, hey, hi. Hey, hi, hello. He watches Catherine with a silent grin. So is this... I'm Flannel Ass, and these, he makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of baked meat, are my hot dogs. Would you like one? Sure, what the hell. I'm dying anyway. Really? You're buying a dog? That's fantastic. That's great. You seem a bit surprised. It's just been a while since I've gotten some business. I don't have any money, so been a little slow. Haven't ordered new hot dogs in a while. So these are old dogs. Nothing to worry about. They keep well. How old? Business was popping like I was doing really well back in YX2D. That's nearly a decade ago. How would you like yours dressed? Tell you what, think I'll pass. I'll be here all night. Anything else I can help you with? No. Alright, well that was that. Here's the Curious Duck. There's a small plaque next to the door. It says Curious Duck. This is the place. Door's locked. Do I need to like... And here's more information awaits you there. Okay. Maybe I can ask these people about it? So you changed your mind, getting hungry, craving a dog? Curious Duck's door is locked. What's with this shop over here? I was told to come by, but the door's locked. The Curious Duck? Rosie doesn't let anyone unless they know the secret knock. What's the secret knock? I can't say. Sorry. It's urgent, please. Well, I do need some business. Alright, I'll buy one of these old hot dogs. You won't regret it. Duffel, how much? Just $14. Is that a joke? What a joke? Christ, do you take wallet transfers? Cash only. Damn, well, what if I send some business your way? Then I'll show you the knock. Fine, it's a deal. That guy said he was hungry. Oh, the puppet show. A crowd has arrived to watch the show. I should take a seat. Let's watch. Gator Farm. Deep in this cypress hollow I hide. I mourn this evening. My last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees with chicken thighs. They shoot bullets in our heads behind our eyes. It is a curse that I am the last to survive. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along the sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me with blankets when I went to sleep. I left on the night of a monstrous flood. The fool has not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night, hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls that a ridiculous name that was never mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes at him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp-catching man who killed my children. Remove his head, bring me his skull. Do this, and you may again leash me like a dog. Weird. Oh. Oh, what am I doing? Hello, fisher fool. You've trolled this bayou for many nights. Here I am, the one you're trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me the head of the shrimp-catching man, the one who captures the small ones. Peel the flesh from his skull. Do this, and I'll be your dog again. Okay. Ah. Where am I going? Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so it's already down there. Should I go? Okay, we'll go over here first. Don't hit anything. I don't know if we have a health bar. I think that's our health bar. A solitary egret stands in the rush, undisturbed by the boat's wake. That was it? I'll go all the way down and then we'll go back up. Yeah, because there's definitely something here. I have to go back down and over there. I'm gonna talk to someone here. Is this guy that wanted me to murder? Yeah. Been a long time I seen anyone down this bayou. They all too frightened anymore. Biggest alligator ever to hunt this lake. She makes her den just across the way. She took my child from me. I buried him where I found him, near where she stay. I visit that site daily, hoping I might catch her, but she know better than to show her face. Were one to cut out that big skull of hers, that'd be something worth bragging on. Be a roadside marvel, there'd be money to make. See that rifle you holding? What'd you say? Should I kill a shrimper? Kill him. Alright, well, I did what the gator wanted me to, so... A weird sentence. Oh no! Oh no, stop hitting it! An alligator hangs dead from a meat hook fastened to the limb of a cypress tree. So that's her baby. I killed the guy, so... I'll skip to when I get to these places, because this is probably not the most fun for you to watch. I'm gonna go look at everything, though. Oh god, don't hit anything. These crows watch from the... 3 crows watch from the power line that runs along the bank. Some of these really aren't worth the drive. I'll tell you that. A hand-painted cross, and okay, so this is where he buried his kid. A bone-white oak tree towers above. Display a monster that took you. Promise I'll find your daddy. You love you. Rest easy, child. A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled at the foot of the carcass. A journal, 2 waterlogged to read, a set of playing cards, small figurines, a cell phone case. You slide the case into your pocket. A gator! Will you be my dog again? You did my bidding, fisher fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience strained. You'll not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake. Oh. I died? Aw. Haunted Bayou Ghost Tour. World's most dangerous bayou. Whatever. I relished the horror that struck that fisher fool's eyes. I first took one limb, but left him alive and made him crawl like a dog before he died. Rude. I helped you. And that was the end of the puppet show. I got murdered. Fine. Hey you said you were hungry. Now they're talking about performing an encore. This is taking forever. I need to find something to eat. Do you consider yourself an adventurous eater, by chance? If you like to live dangerously, there's a guy selling old hot dogs up the street. Sounds like a delicacy. Always looking for ways to fortify my intestines. Really? Well, have at it. Show's over, but the crowd hasn't left. Maybe they're hoping for an encore? The crowd is discussing the show. Okay, so that's it? Let's go to French Quarter. Here's the guy. Guess he followed my food recommendation. He probably shouldn't have. He probably hates me. Hey, this is pretty tasty. Thanks for the rec. I might get another one. Just wait for it, pal. Hope you know where to find a bathroom around here. Hey, hi. Hey, hi, hello. Thanks for sending some business my way. No problem, but we had a deal. Deal? You're supposed to show me the knock? Oh, well, sorry. Rosie would be upset. Are you kidding? I sent you business? Show me the knock. That was the deal. Well, okay, but I'll only show you once, so here, listen. Did you get it? That was a secret knock. Very secret. That's how everyone knocks. Exactly. Who would suspect it? Well, you're not wrong. Knock, knock, knock. And Catherine knocks on the door and hears the subtle sound of it unlocking. Crouton! This cat looks familiar. Yes, it does. I made him explode. An odd jumble of Mardi Gras beads and other trinket spills from the table. Dolls. Mass-produced novelty voodoo dolls and tribal figurines clutter the display case. Voodoo dolls. Shirts. Novelty New Orleans-themed t-shirts line the back wall. Masks. Plastic simulacra. It just made me think of the game Simulacra. Ceremonial masks hang on the wall. Crystal ball. Don't touch the ball. Suppose you think you can come in here with your soft little hands and touch on my magic ball? Don't work like that, love. Now I gotta clean off the smudges. I see you've been eating french fries. Greasy hands. Nasty. You must be one of them super duck people. Always coming around here, looking down at their cell phones. Greasy hands. Terrible. The app said I should come here? The app. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Something not right about you. You a drughead. I'm sorry. Is this the right place? It is. Just calm down, love. You made it. Dallas will tell you what's what. Go talk to Dallas. I called him when I heard you trying to break into the place. Hell of a racket you were making. Jiggling on the handle like you couldn't get a hold of it. Now I see why. Dallas will be right out front. I don't got time to be babysitting you now that I gotta clean up all this. Stains all over my ball. You even checked your shoes before you came in? They're clean. Well, I know that's a lie. And one last thing. That gemstone you got hanging from your neck, that thing ain't real. I know. Trashy. You are not very nice. Dallas? This guy. Okay, hi. Guessing you're Catherine? That's right. Rosie debriefed you? Was that a debriefing? I don't know if that's what I'd call it, but sure. She can be kind of, He casts his gaze into the sky and back to Catherine. Never mind. Quack Job should have a ticket with the information we need. No reason to stand around. What's Super Duck? It's a way of making money. Right, but it's an intelligence of some kind. I don't know its purpose. Don't know why it exists. None of that. There are nodes all across the region. Points where you can speak with Super Duck directly. These are all things Rosie should have told you. I'm not surprised she didn't. Tell me about Rosie. There are a dozen or so rendezvous points in addition to the nodes. Rosie's shop is one of them. She must be making good money offering her place in the network. Probably the only reason she keeps it going. Doubt she sold merchandise in years. Locks doors to discourage customers. Guess you could call it a front. Have you been on Quack Job long? Been doing this since before there was an app, but Super says use the app. I'll use the app. Makes no difference to me. Let's go. I'm ready. Me too. Check the app and let's get moving. Only reason I ever come to the quarter is for work. How'd you get involved with Super Duck? This all used to happen on Craigslist. Posts showing up. The strangest things. I was busting tables uptown, couldn't swing rent, had a kid to feed, started responding to the listings. First one I ever did was steal a head drive. Broke into a man's house in Norco, stole it right out of his office, brought it to another house. People there were just like me. Just like you, how? Didn't know shit. They were there because of a post, just like I was. The house wasn't theirs. Nobody knew whose house it was. They plugged the head drive into the wall. They gave me some cash. I left. What's next? Check your phone. Quack ought to have the information we need. Okay. We'll do a little bit longer, but then I'm probably going to leave because we're getting high up here. Receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City. Do I need to like click on it or something? At Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City. Oh, order a ride. Okay. $16. I ain't got a whole lot of money, but fine. You know what? We're gonna leave it here, just so then I don't run out of space on my shit and get yelled at and lose all of this again. So, when we come back, we will see what we as Catherine are doing with our friend over here. Forgot his name, Dallas. Biggest node in the network is inside this building. Okay, so we'll be going after the nodes and all this stuff and figuring out what the fuck this super quack job bullshit is. I'm very excited. I hope that you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. There we go. And thank you guys so much for joining me and coming and just hanging out with me. And I want to thank everybody who has seen me around the internet and has told me how much they love my channel and they miss me. I really appreciate it. It's so kind of you. And thank you to everyone who's been watching and commenting on my videos since I've been gone. I'm going to try to come back a little bit more, especially with this game because I love this game. This is just going to be us chilling and hanging out. So it's kind of perfect. I don't have to worry about editing super a lot. And I hope that's okay with everyone. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back with Norco very, very soon. So you can like, subscribe, and do the dingy thing, and I hope you have a beautiful fucking day or night, and I will see you guys later. Bye!